if you are 40, 50, 60, or 70? This whole entrepreneurship game isn't in it for you because we keep using the word, you're young. Well, what if you're not young?
You know, if you're at 35, 40, 45, and you've worked as a non-entrepreneur, you're not an entrepreneur. First of all, I think anybody.
And you couldn't be.
You sure can be. You're more than welcome to be, but you're not a purebred entrepreneur. Listen, this is something a lot of you guys know that I get razzed on online because I say that if you ever work for anybody else, you're not an entrepreneur. Because my definition of an entrepreneur is you can't breathe at the thought of working for somebody else. That's my personal point of view on being a true-bred entrepreneur. If you are a true entrepreneur, the notion of working for somebody else is so devastating that you would rather live on a couch with your 4 buddies with cockroaches and eat food every day to try to build something. I truly believe that.
What about the argument that we're all entrepreneurs? And I could say, Stephanie Rule, Bloomberg Media, I work for myself. And if
You'd be lying to yourself.
And if you respect, but why?
Because somebody pays your paycheck.
Yes.
That's just Google entrepreneurship. That's not what it says.
But why can't one take an entrepreneurship approach to their own
They can. So again, a lot of people that follow me know that the way I decipher from an entrepreneur is I use the term entrepreneurial tendencies. I do think we can have entrepreneurial tendencies. I think that's great. And I do think that people need to be practical. I do think if you're sitting in this crowd right now and you have debt, if you're from college, right? Or if you have, I mean, look, do you know how many people are dealing with real life stuff, including stuff like that nobody ever talks about, including like, I sit up here and be like, be an entrepreneur, and meanwhile, you're sitting in that audience and saying, my spouse died. My spouse died. Like, my spouse died, I've got 2 young kids. Like, it's not so easy to be entrepreneur land. There's real stuff that happens in people's real lives. Here's what I'm saying. We are living through the luckiest period of time ever for all of us because there's something called the internet. When your spouse died in 1972, right? You had no practicality after 7 or 8 or 9 p.m. when you got home to change your life. You just kind of like came home. The world shut down, right? You got rest is probably what you did. Or maybe if you were really hustling, you got an overnight grave shift job, right? But now we have the internet. The practicality of turning your life into an entrepreneur is very real. From 9 p.m. on till 2 in the morning every day, everybody here is more than welcome for 5 full hours a day, which, oh, by the way, is about the amount of time that most people actually work in their 9-hour day. Because these hour lunches and the 20 minutes that you watch some random video on YouTube that your buddy sent you and you're texting all day. I mean,
and you're watching Ask Gary Vee.
That's your right. You're right. I mean, people are really in these jobs deploying only 5 or 6 hours, right? And so we say all these things that go against we say we give about privacy, and you're giving away your data all the time, 24/7, 365. So I play in a white space of what people say. We say that I'll never be on Snapchat. It's so stupid. We say things, and then I've spent a career trying to figure out what we say versus what I think is eventually going to happen, and then I bet my energy, time, and money on that.
إن أعجبك الفيديو
لا تنسوا الإعجاب بالفيديو والاشتراك في القناة تشجيعا لنا لنستمر بنشر المزيد إن شاء الله.